Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us for an online masterclasses hosted by the Hong Kong Wine and Dine Festival 2020 Go Live. My name is Alison, and I am delighted to be your host today. In case if you missed out on our morning session today with Chef Uwe, please log on to the official website, masterclasses.discoverhongkong.com, to check out the archive. You can also purchase your ingredient pack to cook along with us for the following day, which is today and tomorrow, for your final chances. Now, today our theme is party flavors, and for this session, we get to have a taste from the East. Our star chef today is bringing India's street food culture to a refined setting. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome head chef from Rosewood, Hong Kong, Chef Manav Tuli. I can't wait to see how this is going to be demonstrated here in our live studio. But first of all, Chef Manav, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Could you please tell our audience what have you prepared for us today?
So the dish that we are going to cook today is called Punjabi Dhaba chicken.
This is so exciting. Shall we go through the ingredients first?
Yeah, sure.
All right, here we go.
So we are going to marinate the chicken first, okay? So for that we have the Kashmiri red chili powder. We have the ginger garlic paste.
Right.
We have salt. We have our special 12 spice mix, garam masala, that we have specially created for CHAAT at Rosewood, Hong Kong.
I see.
So this is a secret guarded recipe. Don't ask me the recipe.
Spilling the beans here.
And lemon juice.
Right.
There are other ingredients also, but I would talk about them as we go along because I think there are too many. But don't be scared by the number of ingredients. But it would be easy. It would all make sense once the dish is ready.
All right.
So we'll start with the marination of the chicken because we want the flavor of the spices, the chili, the garam masala to go inside the chicken. And we are also adding lemon juice to tenderize the chicken a little.
I see. 原來咧見到台面雖然好似有好多唔同嘅香料，有好多唔同嘅食材咁樣樣啦，不過咧大家唔使驚嘅，我哋會逐步教大家點樣樣喺屋企咧都可以煮到呢一味咁好味嘅菜式嘅。首先咧就係醃雞嘅部分啦。其實大家都可能好想知道咧點解呢一道菜咁特別、咁出色嘅咧？不如都先問下 Chef 先。So could you please tell us a bit more about the backstory of the dish that you prepared for us today?
So basically, see, it has the story is there in the name only.
Right.
So Punjab is the state. It's a northern Indian state where this dish comes from.
Right.
And dhaba is referred to as all the restaurants which are generally located on the side of the highways or the motorways. So let's say if you're traveling from one city to another, you would be tired traveling, and then you would stop by in one of these restaurants, and by the time you're relaxing, you're having a good time.
Yeah.
Maybe you're having some snacks or the kids are playing, all of that. The fresh chicken would be taken out for you and the dish would be prepared only for you.
I see.
So it is not one of those dishes which will be prepared and kept. It is one of the dishes wherein you go and you say, can you make that dhaba chicken curry for me?
Very on the spot.
On the spot.
Yes.
And I mean, chances are you can even pick your chicken which one you want to have. So that way it is a very ad hoc recipe and it is a very fresh one.
Right.
It is freshly made for the customer who comes because those guys are dealing with, you never know when there will be 5 people or there won't be any. So it is when you come, we make it for you.
I see.
So it is one of the fresh recipes.
原來咧煮呢一道菜咧最緊要就係新鮮。首先講下個名啦，原來咧 Punjab 咧就係喺嚟自印度一個北部嘅地方咧，係一個美食之都嚟嘅。咁好多時候咧，唔同嘅朋友咧，佢哋會揸車咧去到一啲經過嘅高速公路，就會遇到啲路邊攤檔。等佢哋休息嘅時候咧，就會去到呢一種嘅餐廳咧，揾到有呢一款嘅雞。咁所以咧，真係去到先至會即叫即煮。咁所以我哋要將呢一種咁特別嘅風味呢度地道嘅食物帶到嚟我哋嘅廚房入邊嘅時候咧，就要有翻少少喺真係街邊路邊攤嘅豪邁啦。咁所以今日咧就要睇下師傅點樣去大展身手啦。
So we leave the chicken to marinate, let the flavors work its way into the chicken.
Yes.
Now, see, this recipe calls for mustard oil. because
Right.
mustard is grown a lot in the Punjab region in north of India. So I use mustard oil.
Okay.
But you can use vegetable oil, you can use rapeseed oil if you don't want the pungency. But I would also tell you that, let's say if you don't like the pungency of mustard,
Yes.
there is a way to lower it down. I would not say that take it out.
Okay.
You want that flavor later on.
Yes.
But you can reduce it by, smoking the oil. So smoke the oil a little.
Uh-huh.
So the pan should be hot. The moment you add the oil, it will start smoking and then reduce the flame.
Right.
That smoking reduces the pungency of the mustard oil.
I see. What a great tip！首先同大家睇一啲似呢個食物嘅重溫咧，我哋睇講乜嘅原材料咧，包括咗啲咩嘅成分先。同時咧，其實師傅都已經開始處理緊咧，我哋要煮呢一個咖喱汁當中嘅第一個嘅成材啦。咁入邊咧就係有呢一個芥菜籽油啦。有啲朋友咧未必中意芥菜籽油咧去到煮嘢食嘅，因為咧芥菜籽油通常去到個味覺嘅時候咧，會有一個比較似 wasabi 啦，有個辣味喺度啦，都比較濃烈嘅。咁但係師傅就教落咧，如果大家想去除呢一種咁濃烈嘅味道嘅話，或者個辣味咧，就可以先俾佢一個煙燻嘅示範。咁就譬如話好似而家咁樣樣啦，用個高火整熱咗個鑊或者係個 pan 啦，咁然之後咧就透過呢一個嘅熱力咧，可以先將呢一個嘅味道咧，未必係完全去除㗎，因為你都仲係想要翻少少呢個食物當中嗰個原汁原味。咁但係咧就可以透過呢一個過程咧，將太強烈嘅辣味咧去除咗佢啦。
So I'm just waiting for 1 minute, 10 seconds when the oil starts to smoke.
Okay.
Now we are going to add the whole spices.
All
See, you can
right.
smell the oil. You
Yes.
can smell the oil, right?
You
and
can
it has
smell
started
that
smoking.
mustard.
It has started smoking. You don't want to burn the oil.
Yeah.
It's just that slightly when it starts smoking, reduce the flame.
All right.
Now, yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry, I've just come across a really funny comment from our online viewers. One of them mentioned that you look so much like Andy Lau,
Andy Lau.
our Hong Kong local superstar.
Wow. Thank you. I'm a
Chef
superstar. Thank you so much.
Andy Lau from
That's a
Rosewood
very
joining
good
us
comment.
today.
Thank
Well
you.
done. I'm loving the comments, so please do comment, like, and share our video. We'd love to interact with you. If you have any questions at all as well, please comment, and we'll try to get Chef Manav or
Thank
Chef
you so
Andy
much.
Lau
Thank you.
to answer your questions.
Yeah. Okay, now getting back to the spices.
Yes.
So we are going to use whole spices in this. We are also using garam masala, which is essentially a mix of these spices.
Okay.
But then again, when you add the whole spices, the way the spices release their oils, it is different to the way they would release when they are powdered.
Right.
So in powdered, it will be very fast action.
Yes.
But with this, slowly, it will be while the cooking is going on, it will be releasing its aroma in there. So I would add the whole spices now.
All right. 而家呢個部分咧，就係首先將呢一個煙燻油嘅程序處理咗啦，咁跟住咧就可以加入呢啲原材料啦。因為原材料咧比起粉末嘅材料嚟講咧，需要更加多嘅時間咧，先至可以釋放到佢哋嘅香氣啦、佢哋嘅味道啦。咁所以喺呢個時候咧，就要預先將一啲嘅原材料擺咗入去先。
So I have added clove, green cardamom, bay leaf, and cinnamon. But make sure that, because the oil was smoking, now you see, I've just added, and make sure you don't burn the spices, okay? See the sparkle coming out, and you have to
Yeah.
add the onions.
All right， 加入咗譬如話月桂葉
This should be a fast action thing.
跟住好快咧，你聽到有少少聲嘅時候咧，就已經係時候咧將切碎咗嘅洋葱粒咧加埋入去啦。You can totally see it and hear it sizzling already straight
Exactly,
away.
yeah. See, generally, the way I work with the fire is, I think fire plays a major role in cooking. It should not be a fast cooking thing.
Right.
I prefer to have medium heat when you're cooking, because if the fast action is there, it might burn the spices, especially when you add the dry spices. So be careful with the way you use the spice. The fire, sorry, not the spice.
Okay.
So medium flame I think is the best way to cook Indian food. You want it to get caramelized, you want it to get the flavors to come out slowly.
To take its time.
You don't want it to be, everything is not. So by the time you're enjoying a glass of wine, yeah, sure.
That
let
is
it go.
so important, yes。咁原來咧，Chef就教路啦，原來喺處理印度嘅食材嘅時候咧，尤其是因為有好多嘅香料喺入邊啦，香料就比較容易咧會好快就會熟啦，又甚至乎咧會燶啊。咁所以咧佢就比較中意咧用慢火，甚至乎係中火咧就係佢最中意嘅一個煮食嘅火力嚟嘅。咁當然啦，當大家去到慢慢享受呢個入廚樂嘅時候咧，可能飲住杯酒啦，慢慢去享受呢個廚房嘅時間咧，就會係最好嘅一個煮食時間啦。
Okay, now see, I'm going to add green chili.
All
In my
right.
recipe, I have put 3 green chilies.
Yes.
If you want it less spicy, add only 1 green chili. If you want medium, add 2 green chili. It's up to you. But I mean, my level, I'm happy to use 3.
Okay.
So yeah, but then again, some people might slit it, some people might chop it. The way generally in the dhaba restaurants, what they do is it's a ad hoc thing. So they just break it with one hand and it goes in.
Oh, wow.
So basically, breaking it into two,
Okay.
and you add it. The reason is, if more surface area of the chili is open,
Yes.
the chili, the way it is released would be different
Yes.
than as to breaking it or adding it whole or chopping it up.
Right.
So I prefer this way. I think it is a safer version of putting chili, wherein the whole chili or the spiciness does not come out full speed.
I see. 原來咧喺處理點樣去落青椒都係有好多嘅學問喺入邊嘅。咁當然啦，要保留翻呢個路邊攤嘅風味咧，比較快啲嘅做法咧就係就咁好似頭先 Chef Manav 咁樣好爽啦，就係用呢一個手指咧將佢搣斷咗，一開二咧就已經 OK。同埋咧，原來你去切碎粒啦，又或者咧淨係去籽咁樣去落唔同嘅辣椒咧，都有唔同辣嘅程度會出現喺你嘅餸菜入邊嘅。如果你麻麻啲食得辣嘅，可能落一條啦，但係好似 Chef Manav 咁樣咧，佢就話3條就係最好嘅一個 combination 啦。
So whilst the onion is cooking, let's talk about the other spices, because the ingredient looks very confusing.
Yes.
So why don't we talk about the spices that we are going to put now,
Okay.
after the tomatoes and the yogurt. So basically the way it works is you started with the mustard oil, you added the whole spices, the onions are cooking. The moment it starts caramelizing a little, we are going to add the chopped ginger and garlic.
Right.
Once that is done, we will add the tomatoes and the yogurt. But before you add the tomato and the yogurt, we have to add the dry spices.
I see.
Because you want the spices to be cooked. Generally, the idea is once you add the sourness to the gravy, the spices won't cook properly.
I see.
So you have to add the spices before the sourness comes.
Right.
So the souring agent here is the tomato and the yogurt. So before we add that, we will add the dry spices. The dry spices which we are using is cumin, coriander powder,
Yes.
again Kashmiri chili powder, turmeric, and kasuri methi. Kasuri methi, I don't add it now.
Okay.
I'm going to keep it back
And why is that?
because kasuri methi flavor is very subtle. It is very if you add it now, the whole flavor would be gone in the air.
Oh.
You want the flavor to be there at the last moment. So when we add the garam masala, we add the kasuri methi and the chopped coriander at the last. You want that fresh aroma to be
I
there.
see. 原來咧喺落唔同嘅香料咧都有唔同嘅時間啦，有唔同嘅程序嘅。咁頭先 Chef Manav 就提到咧，當佢去到落乳酪同埋落呢一個番茄粒之前咧，就會將頭先見得到嘅呢4款嘅香料咧落埋落去，咁然之後咧就可以將佢嘅酸甜甚至乎咧係辣味咧完全可以配合得最好嘅。We've got a fan question here asking about whether these are healthy ingredients because I think since the pandemic, a lot of people have been encouraging others to try cumin, try turmeric. Are these one of the best ingredients in a curry?
Every spice that is used, I think every ingredient used in any cooking has a reason there.
Right.
Again, I generally go off the topic most of the time, but I'll go a little because I think making food is telling a story. So when you are making food, it tells a story about any cuisine or any region of the world you're talking about.
Yeah.
So coming back to the spices that they asked, so cumin and turmeric. Turmeric has a natural antiseptic properties.
Right.
And cumin helps in digestion.
Oh.
So let's say if you have a upset tummy, take a teaspoon of cumin seeds and just keep it in your mouth. Keep it there for a few minutes and then just
And
take it in.
helps.
It'll help.
Wow.
Definitely it'll help. So yeah, definitely yes it has. Again, coming back to the recipe, I'm going to add the chopped garlic and the ginger now.
All right. 喺我哋今日嘅大廚咧，去到處理其他嘅食材嘅時候咧，頭先就講過啦，因為其實喺咖喱入邊咧都有好多唔同嘅材料啦，尤其是咧大家香港人都會開始慢慢認識嘅 turmeric 啦，同埋 cumin 咧都有好多唔同嘅健康嘅理由俾大家咧去好落力咁去嘗試。譬如話，如果你肚唔舒服嘅話咧，又可以揾佢哋啦，又甚至乎咧你想揾啲唔同嘅 ingredients 去幫到自己去調理嘅身體嘅話咧，都可能喺我哋今日嘅材料當中咧揾得到嘅。We have another fan question here.
Yeah.
I think this is a golden question from our demonstration today. They want to know, how do I get a seat at CHAAT? Is there any personal mobile number that we can call you on?
No, ask me anything but a reservation at CHAAT. Because, whenever I'm in the restaurant, I generally go out and I meet a few of my customers whenever it is not busy. So I go and say hello to all the people that I can. And let's say if I'm meeting 10 people a day, 9 of them ask me, can you tell us the secret how to get a booking at CHAAT?
I'm going to skip the queue.
Yeah, so I've changed my ending line with all my guests. Rather than saying, hope to see you soon, I generally now tell them, hope you get a booking soon, because I've given up on the booking. But again, we have opened for lunch nowadays. So for Saturday, Sunday, we are open for lunch. The plans are we are going to open soon in New Year plans for lunch also. So it all depends on how things goes. The times are very uncertain. It all depends on how things go for us. And we would like to take safe steps as and when required. But yeah, thank you everyone for such a great feedback, Hong Kong. Thank you very much.
首先咧，大師就係多謝大家咁踴躍支持啦。咁但係其實佢都冇乜特別嘅秘密可以話俾大家知咧，點樣可以喺佢嘅餐廳度 book 到張台。因為咧，其實佢去到餐廳嘅時候咧，10位客人當中有9個都係問佢點樣可以快啲可以嚟翻餐廳度再嚟多次啊，或者去再支持你多次咧咁。咁但係佢就同大家講一個 tips 就係嚟緊咧，佢哋會開 lunch 嘅時候咧，午膳時間咧可能就係等大家可以快少少咧同大廚見面嘅時候嚟嘅。咁啊，祝大家好運咯噃。
Okay, so the onion is caramelized.
Right.
Okay? So as I said, now we are going to add the dry spices.
All right.
So again, turmeric powder, red chili, Kashmiri red chili powder. I'll tell you, I forgot to tell you why I use Kashmiri red chili powder rather than just using a regular chili powder.
Yes.
So I'm putting cumin powder now.
Okay.
So the reason I prefer Kashmiri red chili powder is because it gives that bright red tinge.
You do see the immediate change in colors.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will also add little water now because you don't want the spices to burn.
Right.
But this is probably the only time when I would add.
Okay.
I would want the natural water from the tomatoes and the yogurt and the chicken to come in and play their role. Now the spices are ready. And we would add the chopped tomatoes.
Alright， 加完香料之後咧，加翻少少水啦，咁然之後咧就唔需要再加水噶嘞噃，因為咧我哋慢慢再會加入有番茄啦，又或者有雞嘅時候咧，就會有佢哋自然食材當中嘅水分咧，就可以幫到呢一碟嘅菜式咧，去到呢一個最啱食嘅呢一個level 噶啦。
See, it started taking its bright color.
Yes。其實咧，當師傅去到揀唔同嘅一啲材料嘅時候咧，個顏色啦、個味道啦，全部咧都係應記一功㗎。咁所以咧，大家見得到咧，其實落咗香料之後咧，成個菜式嘅顏色都變得更加紅咧，更加鮮豔嘅。We have another question from our online viewers. They wanted to know where can I buy the ingredients that you're using today? Apart from the one that you made yourself, of course.
Yeah. See, most of the ingredients that if I have to buy for my house, generally there's a shop called Shop Easy.
Okay.
So I think they have one for sure on Nathan Road in Kowloon side, and they have one shop in Cain Road, CAINE in Hong Kong Island.
Right.
So I think that is a one-stop shop. It's the easy one.
Okay.
But then again, you can also buy from any other Indian store, but Shop Easy is the one that I go to, or my wife also goes to.
Right.
So that's a easy one.
Okay, that's the Tuli household approved go-to place. 咁原來咧要去買一啲咁特別嘅一啲印度嘅原材料嘅時候咧，都可以有唔同嘅方法啦。除咗可以上網買之外咧 ，chef 都揾到一間喺香港嘅鋪頭，彌敦道又有分店啦，然之後喺堅道都有分店，咁咪希望大家咧可以順利買得到你心水嘅原材料啦。Looking at the beautiful ingredients, I can see that it might have a little bit of a stickiness at the bottom of the pan. Would that be an issue?
See, generally when it was there a bit ago,
yeah.
The moment you add tomatoes, it has taken it off.
Right.
But if it sticks to the bottom slightly, please work your way out.
Okay.
So stir it like this. Don't add water. I would not suggest to add water. Because I think water, generally I avoid adding water in my curries. If you want, you can add some chicken stock a little. But then the natural water of the tomatoes or the moisture from the yogurt or even the moisture from the chicken, that would come out. That would play its part. But also the thing which is sticking at the base, it gives taste to the curry. So don't worry. Okay. Just work on the medium flame. Make sure that the flame is not too high.
I see. 大家咧如果見得到好似有少少黐底嘅情況咧，唔使擔心嘅，因為咧其實遲啲咧我哋會有唔同嘅材料咧，有多啲嘅水分擺到入去呢一碟菜式入邊咧，咁所以唔使驚佢會好燶嘅。不過如果你見得到有黐底，當然最好咧就係好似 chef 咁樣啦，快啲手腳咧去到幫佢咧唔好再黐底。咁如果你真係覺得唔係好安全喎，或者好擔心喎，咁 chef 就話咧，不如唔好加水啦，我哋試下加雞湯，啲啲就夠㗎啦。
See, the tomatoes are now mashy.
Right.
Now I'm going to add the yogurt.
All right. 跟住就係落乳酪嘅時間啦。I got another pretty important question. I think this is for your own taste from one of your fans watching us online. They're asking, apart from India, which country's curry do you consider as the best?
Apart from India, which country curries? I really love, I mean, it is my personal, I love Thai curries. I love Thai green curry, Thai red curry, Masaman curry. Yeah, it is a guilty pleasure, I would say. Yeah, I love, yeah.
Alright， 原來咧對於大廚嚟講咧，除咗印度咖喱佢自己好中意之外咧，泰式嘅咖喱咧佢都好欣賞嘅。繼續到噃，如果你仲有問題嘅話咧，可以隨時喺我哋而家睇緊嘅呢一個 website 當中咧留個留言俾我哋，咁我哋有問題可以直接咧向我哋嘅大廚研究下㗎。
See, so the salt that I mentioned, half of that was added in the chicken.
Right.
The rest I would add to the curry.
Okay.
Now,
落鹽嘅好時候啦。
everything has been measured, so, but then again, it depends on personal taste.
Right.
Salt generally should be to taste.
Okay. Look at that consistency.
Yeah.
I'm already imagining dipping some roti in this, having some rice with it.
So now the gravy is ready to take the chicken in.
Okay.
So we will just add the chicken.
Alright， 跟住咧就係將頭先醃好咗嘅雞肉放入去咯噃。
Just mix it well.
It also
Maintain a
changes the
proper
color
flame.
immediately.
Yes, it does. See, because the Kashmiri chili, the bright red color,
Yes.
so that yellow tinge will become orange now.
Right. 開始見到顏色上面咧，因為加入咗頭先醃過嘅雞肉啦，咁所以咧即刻咧由一個比較黃色嘅顏色咧變得到好似一個好靚好鮮豔嘅橙黃色咁樣樣嘅。We have another question asking about the choice of meat. Since we are having Christmas approaching, can we use turkey or other meat to go with the dish?
Turkey, yes. Turkey, definitely yes. Even let's say if not turkey, if somebody wants to do something other than turkey, go for guinea fowl.
Oh.
That is from the poultry part. I would not suggest this for lamb or beef, because for lamb or beef you need to tweak the recipe a little bit.
Right.
But definitely it'll work with the prawns also.
Oh.
So the same if you use prawns. I would personally I would add some lemon rind also to that.
Okay.
I think that would add really nice touch. Yeah. Seafood, even fish would work fine. I think grouper would work very well. So why not?
Excellent！ 頭先就有人問到咧，如果我哋唔用雞肉嘅話咧，可唔可以用火雞肉啊？尤其是聖誕都就快嚟啦。咁大廚咧就話火雞肉絕對可以嘅。如果你想試下唔同嘅海鮮嘅話咧，咁將佢推介咧，大家試下用蝦去到做呢一個菜式嘅。
Perfect. See,
Wow!
see the color.
That
I mean, it
smell
looks,
as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
See, it is sticking at the base, but again, don't be scared. Just stir it. Let the natural water from the chicken work their way to take that out, because all of that is adding flavor in there.
Right. 就算咧，如果你感覺上咧覺得嗰個底好似黐黐地啦，或者有少少嘅就快燶嘅感覺嘅話咧，唔緊要嘅，全部都係加入一啲更加多嘅味道啦，加多啲唔同嘅風味咧落去我哋今日煮嘅呢一個餸菜入邊嘅。Another question from our online audience, they're asking, what's your personal favorite Hong Kong food?
I think my personal Hong Kong food is the one which I've tasted here, and guilty pleasure again, is char siu bao.
Yes.
Char siu bao, yeah. I also like the char siu bao from the Legacy House, which we have in our own hotel. And there is also one more dish in Legacy House. You know, we make fish noodles.
Yes.
So with the fish paste, we force it out and we make noodles from that. I think that is one of the dishes I would, any day I can have it. Yeah. I really love food. Look at me.
Which is what you need to have, you know, as a part of your trade, as a star chef yourself.
Yeah.
原來佢最中意香港嘅食物咧就係叉燒啦，尤其是係佢工作嘅酒店 Rosewood 當中咧有好靚嘅叉燒啦，咁同埋咧有啲魚蓉麵佢都好欣賞嘅噃，佢話佢隨時每一日咧都可以食添嘅。Wow, looking at that chicken, that looks beautiful.
Yeah. So another 2-3 minutes and it should be ready.
All right.
But keep in mind, this is a 1 kilo chicken.
Okay.
So it would cook quite fast because it is the meat is quite tender.
Right.
At the same time, if you like this one is a organic chicken, so that would take a bit longer.
Okay.
You don't want to overcook the chicken. You don't want the flesh to be disintegrating.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. But don't rush up the cooking. I mean,
Yes.
take your time. It's okay.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Yes.
I generally don't. I tell all my guys also in my kitchen and all my guests also. I generally don't rush up the cooking. It has to take whatever time it has to take.
You're right。大家喺度處理呢一個餸菜嘅時候咧，最緊要嘅步驟咧就係唔好急，大家慢慢去享受呢一個烹飪嘅過程，享受一齊咧去煮嘢食嘅呢一個過程。咁當然啦，如果你見到個食材，譬如話用有機雞嘅話咧，可能需要多少少嘅時間去到處理先至會熟啦。咁但係亦都唔需要太多嘅時間，因為咧煮得太耐嘅話咧，個雞肉可能會分離㗎。
But also one more thing, I have been continuously playing with the heat.
Right.
Always.
I do see you working on the fire quite a lot.
You don't need the fire to be always on a very high or a medium. If you're working on a sweet flame,
Yeah.
Let's say on this one it is number 5, so I think it is fine.
Okay.
But then I prefer to work up and down because
Okay.
now the chicken is almost ready. So I've reduced the flame. I just wanted to cook slowly.
I see.
So I want the juices not to evaporate, but to be added to the chicken curry itself. So
Alright.
it'll have certain amount of wateriness to the gravy also.
Excellent。當你去到處理嘢食嘅時候咧，尤其是我哋今日煮嘅呢個雞嘅咖喱咧，當然可以咧用你唔同一個嘅心水嘅時間咧，又或者一個心水嘅步驟去處理嗰個火力啦。見得到咧，首先其實我哋大廚喺示範嘅過程咧，都係不停咧去到用唔同嘅火力咧去到處理今日嘅食材嘅。咁所以大家喺屋企咧都可以試下嘅。Another fan question here. I believe this could be from a Hong Kong fan. Have you tried the Hong Kong curry fish balls?
Yes, I have. I actually like that also. I forgot about that. Yeah, and I like it in all the forms. I like the pinky ones, the
right.
colorful ones, the orange ones. Yeah, I like that one. But they also come in the beef flavored ones.
Yes, they
I
do.
love that one also. Yeah.
Amazing.
So yeah, I
you
really
have
love
tried.
food. Yeah.
首先咧都有網民問到啦，咦咁大廚，我哋今日咧煮呢個印度嘅地道街頭小食啦，你有冇試過香港嘅街頭小食？譬如話香港嘅咖喱魚蛋咧咁啊大廚真係話佢有喎，同埋咧佢試過好多唔同嘅口味啦，甚至乎啊咖喱牛丸佢都中意啊。
So this is almost ready now.
All right.
Now we need the aroma. So we are going to add the garam masala, the secret 12 spice garam masala.
Yes.
And the kasuri methi. So kasuri methi is actually dried fenugreek.
Okay.
I will add and then I will talk about it.
Okay.
So I'll add the kasuri methi and you will immediately get the aroma.
Oh, you can. If only our audience could smell what's happening in the studio.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. 去到咧加入最後材料嘅步驟啦，因為咧都見到廚師咧已經準備好啦，見得到個雞都差唔多熟啦，咁就係加入最後呢3款嘅香料嘅時候啦。咁當然咧就包括咗佢哋自己 Rosewood 自家製咧有12種唔同香料嘅一個特別嘅 powder。
So what I was trying to say is that I think in cooking, in Indian cooking, you need to have all the tastes balanced.
Right.
So you have the sweetness from the onions, you have the sourness from the tomato and the yogurt, you have the spices, of course, so chili, saltiness, all that. But also you need a bitterness to it.
Right.
But bitterness not to spoil the dish, but to balance it out. So fenugreek is that element wherein it is there. You get the aroma, but you exactly can't put a finger, what is it? So it would not spoil it, but it just balances it. It just cleans the rough edges to the dish.
Right.
It is one of the main ingredients in a lot of Indian dishes. But then it is not a celebrated spice, but I really love it. So I think it adds real value to the dish.
Excellent.
And I'm going to add the chopped coriander now. We are done.
Oh wow, that's the last step.
Yeah.
加埋最後呢一個步驟咧，咁我哋今日嘅呢一個傳統嘅菜式咧就已經係準備好啦。頭先師傅提到啦，其實咧喺處理印度菜式嘅時候咧，甜酸苦辣，甚至乎喺鹹咧，要做到嗰個平衡嘅效果咧係好緊要嘅。甚至乎咧有加少少嘅苦咧，唔係話要將嗰道菜咧變成特別之間苦喎，而係反而咧將個層次咧更加去提升嘅。All right, it's time for us to also talk about what would go well with this dish. I was imagining roti. What else would go well? Like, would pasta go well with this? Would rice go better with it?
Generally, I would say rice and roti.
Okay.
Any Indian bread would definitely go well.
All right.
Again, my favorite personal one is a lacha paratha. It is actually a bread which is layered with butter, loads of butter. Don't be scared of butter, it's okay sometimes. It is crispy on the edges because it has flakes in there. But it is again added lots of butter on top. So flakes filled with butter, and then you dip it in the curry. It's heaven on earth. So that is the closest you can get to heaven, I would say. But you can also, if you are a healthy person, you can also give it a try with red rice. You can try quinoa. You can try barley pearls. Pasta I have never tried it with, but
why not?
Why not? Yeah.
喺講到咧用啲乜嘢去到配搭呢一道餸菜嘅時候咧，咁啊原來大廚咧佢自己咧就比較用一啲牛油味重啲啦，好似有個酥皮成分嘅一個印度嘅包咧就係最適合㗎啦。咁佢話咧甚至乎有一個 flavour 咧係好似感到有去上天堂嘅感覺咁好味嘅。咁但係如果你係比較中意啲健康選擇為主嘅話咧，可以試下用糙米，又可以咧甚至乎 quinoa 都可以嘅。嚟到最後就係上碟嘅時候啦，好希望咧可以快啲同大家咧睇一睇究竟我哋今日呢一道咁精彩嘅菜咧喺你面前最後呈現嘅係咩嘢咧？頭先都有問到喎，somebody's asking, can I add more tomato apart from the chopped tomato that we put into it?
You can add, but then again, see, always keep in mind the balance of the dish. Try, why not? I mean, try more tomato, but then reduce the yogurt, I would say. So sourness of a dish is, the balance is to be right. So if you add more tomato, the sourness would increase. So if you reduce the amount of yogurt in there, why not?
Right. 咁如果你想係再加多啲番茄，你可能特別中意食番茄嘅話咧，咁就可能嗰個乳酪方面咧就落翻少啲啦。咁因為咧始終都係要保持嗰個平衡啦。香港人咧就中意食咖喱時候有啲薯仔喺入邊，咁又唔可以加多啲薯仔嘅咧。For a Hong Kong style, we usually see a lot of potato in the curry as well. Would that be okay with this one?
Sure, why not?
Yeah?
You can add potatoes in there. It will work fine with the curry.
Amazing.
That's absolutely fine. I'll just garnish it a little bit.
Okay.
I think chopped onion goes really well with Indian dishes, so I prefer adding chopped onions on top.
Brilliant.
Also some ginger julienne.
Yes.
It's winter. Ginger again acts as a warming agent.
Yeah.
So that would
Heats
be
up
nice.
the body.
Yeah. And also some chopped coriander.
Look at the
If
colors.
you don't like the coriander, add chopped chives.
Okay.
Not parsley though.
Right.
But yeah, chopped coriander definitely everywhere.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Shall we take it over here so that we can have our
sure.
cameras have a closer look so that everybody watching at home or at your comfort of your choice of location would be able to see this beautiful dish that is brought to us by our amazing chef today. Thank you so much. This is amazing. I can't wait to try it.
Pleasure.
But also for the Hong Kong Wine and Dine Festival, we always pair it with something that is quite special as a beverage. And for that note, we'd like to also welcome our good friend Nelson to join us right now. Hi, Nelson.
Hi, Chef.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, Nelson.
Great,
This
thank
is Chef Manav.
Well, I can smell. I can't wait anymore.
As soon as the cameras are off, we're going to dive right in.
Yeah.
Would you like to recommend a beverage?
Yes. Well, today actually, is an Indian and Asian dish. That's why I try to pairing something different because I really enjoy the spices and characters from each characters over there.
Yeah.
That's why today I take a pao that to pair with a red wine. But this red wine is quite special. It's coming from China. It's from Ningxia region. There's Holland Hong, which is fruity, but at the same time you get strength inside the body, pairing with the rich dish like this. But the most important is the character of the red wine can enhance each kind of spices, enhancing the flavor coming out. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, we need to try, but
Sounds great.
a little treat. Open the wine, let it breathe for half an hour.
Okay.
That will be a perfect match with this special curry.
Which I know you have already done for us today.
Yes, absolutely.
So once again, thank you, Nelson. Thank you again, Chef Manav. Please
Thank
go
you.
ahead and grab a glass. I'd love to have a little toast to you guys for sharing this amazing experience with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This
Thank
has
you.
been
Pleasure.
amazing.
Thank you.
Again, thank you
Yes.
so much for watching
Thank you.
at home or at your comfort of your choice of location. Don't forget you can check out all of the archive by logging onto the official website, masterclasses.discoverhongkong.com. And later on this afternoon at 3:15, we have Jay to tell us all about a very special tequila. We'll see you then. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.